In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to design a simple flyer using your Photoshop. Hello guys, welcome back once again to this channel. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video and share this video also. Stick with me to the end of this video for you to master how you can be able to design a simple but amazing flyer using your Photoshop. Alright, so the first thing is that we are going to select we are going to go to file, so you go to new and you'll be selecting the size of the canva you want to use. I want to be using the size of square, a very square shape, so I can just make the width 9 and the height the same thing. So selecting it this way, I'll be importing the materials for we'll be using for this design. So I can just go to where it is. I've already moved them here, and you can also check the description of this video for these materials in case you want to practice. So I can just double click this particular picture. Once I double click, I'll hold it and then drag it into this particular layer like this. Or if you're finding it difficult to do this particular method, you can just go to your file. I'll mark good here. You can just go to your file, go to place embedded, then select the file from your gallery. So I'll have to increase the size of this so that it will cover all this space, and then hit good. So once I'm done with this, I'll have to import the second material, which is this picture. So I can just apply the same method, double click, hold and drag it into this particular layer. But you see that we have a little issue with this picture, which is that this picture has a background and we can't be working with this picture like this. We need to remove the background for us to be able to work with it. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to go to this select, okay, let me just mark this good here. So you go to this select, then choose subject. Once you select subject, it will load, and on loading, after loading, it will select all the pictures, it will select all the images of the person that is here. But on deleting this, if I want to delete this, is the image that will delete because it's the image that was selected. So what I'll need to do is that I'll have to inverse this so that it will be selecting all the background without selecting the image. So I can just go to this particular place I went to, that is select, and then go to inverse. You can see the shortcut here. You can simply type shift control plus I on your keyboard, but I'll be selecting it from here, so it will inverse everything. At this point it's selecting the whole background, but it's not selecting the picture. So this is my layers panel. If this your layers panel is not showing, what you're going to do is that you go to your windows, then go down to layers and then bring it up here. So I can just pick my own again, and then right click on this particular picture, then go down to rasterize layer, this particular thing. Once I rasterize this layer, then it will enable me to delete the background. After that, I can then hit delete on my keyboard. You can see that all the whole background has been deleted. Then press Ctrl D to deselect everything. Good. So at this point, I can now move this up and down, then position it where I want to position it. I would like it to be at this level. You can see from the thumbnail, it was at this level. So this is my desired position for this image. Now, the next thing we are going to work on is the background of this image. You see that the background is red in color, and I don't need this particular color. All I need to do is that I can just choose this background, then go to this particular place, select hue and saturation. Once I select this hue, I can then change the color of this background by moving this upwards. So I'll move it to a point whereby I've gotten my desired color. So this is my desired color. You can see that this color is blending with the image. So this is my desired color. So I can just select it, and then I'm okay with this. Now another thing I'll be doing here is that I'll have to merge these two things together. So once I'll just tap on my shift key, then mouse click on this, then press Ctrl G to group these two together. So I can just name this background. Once I group these together, sorry, the name doesn't matter, but I can just name it let's say BG2. That's background 2. So I can right click on this and then go to merge group. So once I select this merge group, everything will be merged as one like this. Then I can now press Ctrl J on my keyboard to duplicate this particular thing. So once I duplicate this, what I will have to do is that I'll move this one to the front, to the top of this image, then go to my gradient here, select gradient, and then I will be selecting this particular color. Let me just leave it as this black color and then mark OK. So I'll bring down this gradient fill under this copied image, then hold down my Alt key on my keyboard and place this between these two, this one and this one, then clip them together. You see, once I've clipped this gradient and this particular background together, you see that everything will now be blending with the background. So I can simply press Ctrl Z on my keyboard to undo this particular process. Another method you can use to do this is to let me select this first one I want to clip with the gradient. So I can just right click on it. So once I right click, I'll go to create clipping mask. Once I create clipping mask, everything will also clip together. So this is an alternative to do it, an alternative way to do it, or you can use the first method. So another step we'll be taking here is that you can see that this gradient is blocking this image, and I won't like it to be like this. What I'll have to do is that I'll have to go to this particular gradient and then make sure that you're selecting this white box here. Make sure you're selecting this white box here, and also make sure that the two colors you have here are black and white, and select this black one at this point. So you go down to your brush tool. So I'll be going to my brush tool here, then I'll be erasing this background like this. So depending on the particular side you want to erase, at this point I would like to erase it up to this point and then continue what I was working with it. So at this point, I'll have to be adding the text, the necessary text I want to be on this design. So we can simply go to this T that is here, or you can simply press T, letter T on your keyboard for it to select. Once I press this T, I'll just hit it here on any particular place and a layer will appear. I'll do that again. So I'll be inputting the first text I want to input here, which is talent. Then on highlighting this, I can simply change the font by going to this particular place and then selecting the font of choice which I need. So I can reduce the size of this. Let me reduce the size because it's not looking good with that size. Reduce the size and then you can use this to move it like this. So I would like to change the color of this. I can simply highlight it, double click on this place and then select, put in the color code here, or I can simply select the color from here. So at this point I'll be selecting white and then I'll mark good. Then I can simply go to this FX here, then go to drop shadow and then apply the drop shadow of my choice here. I won't like this color, so I can just simply select a black color or a very dark color, then adjust the size of this shadow and the distance and everything concerning it, so it look very much more visible. So the next text I'll be adding here is the showdown. So just like I did for this talent text, I can simply highlight this and then because I don't want to use the same font, I can just change the font to this, then increase the size from here and then use this. You can just move it to this place. go back to this text again. So I'll be highlighting this. Once I highlight it, then I can simply change the color. Pick the color from the background here so that it will blend with the background, and I hit OK. Then just like I did for the first one, I can simply go to this FX, then select drop shadow, and it will be applied on this. The initial drop shadow will now be applied on this particular thing. So at this point, the next thing we are going to be adding to this design is a little right up. So I can just select a shape from here. You can see this rectangular shape from here. If you don't have these two in your Photoshop, you can simply go tap on this three button here. You can just go here and select the two. So I'll be right clicking on this. Then you see edit toolbar. All the tools will be found here. You see most of these tools you don't have here. So all you need to do is to double click on them and move them to this particular place. Once you do that, most of them will now appear here. So because I've moved all my tools to this left hand side, that's why no tool, you cannot see any tool here. So if you don't have any tool in your Photoshop, you can just apply this method and move everything here. Then you search for it here, you can then see it. So this is my rectangle tool. Once I select it, I can then select, I want to use this round rectangle. So I can just double click here and then draw the particular shape I want. Then change the color. I would like to be using a gradient, so I can just select on this gradient, then double click on the one I want to change the color. I would like to change the color of this white to the green color here. So after that, I'll just press OK. Then I can also add a stroke to this particular thing. It all depends on the nature of the design you want to make on this. So I'll be adding this stroke like this and hit OK. Alright, so the next thing I'll be doing here is that I'll have to add a text here, which is the date for this particular event. So I can just add the date, which is 23rd of May. You can see that the space between this 23rd and May is large, so I would like to reduce this space. So highlighting everything here, then going back to my properties panel, I'll have to reduce it, just move it like this, or you can simply type in manually into this box and everything will be done. Good. Then I'll reduce the size of this and simply go to my text, reduce the size until it's able to fit in into this box. I can use this also. Just have to keep making this edit till it suits the reason for your designs. So after that, then I can then move it into this my box. Depending on your choice, you can also decide to change the color of this so that it will look more visible, and selecting a white color will be the best option at this point. So after that, I can also copy this rounded rectangle. I can just go to Ctrl J on my keyboard, then move it up here, hold my shift key plus my move arrow key for me to move the copied area. You can see how I'm moving it. So you can just try it out in your keyboard and you get the result. So at this point, I can decide to copy this particular font. So I can just go to Ctrl J, just like I did before, scroll it up, and then I can use this move. I can use Shift plus the move tool here. That's what I'm using to move it. So go down to text again, highlight everything here, and then edit. At this point, I'll just be imputing the time of this particular event, which is 10 a.m. prompt. So I can also reduce the size of this a little so that it will be able to fit in into this box. Now you can simply take another shape from here. And then this is place whereby you can add the location for the event and also the price of the tickets for the event. You can also add them here, and then your design is complete. So thank you once again for watching this video up to this point. If this video was useful to you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share this video, like this video, share your comments in the comment section about how useful this video is to you, and I'll be expecting that. Thank you so much once again for being here, and I'll be expecting you in my next video.